Come in, rock and roll like that. Stew my thighs. This is what we have coded in so far for the product. So we have the different settings. We have it set up, which is pretty sweet. We just officially got the grand in the bank. All right, so we don't have access to a gym, and we went to breakfast this morning for my grandparents' 61st wedding anniversary, which is crazy. I couldn't imagine being with somebody for 61 years, so impressive. But I'm gonna go hit a run now. I love these APL shoes. I feel like my feet are feathers. And then we're checking with the manufacturing, make sure we're all streamlined and ready to go. I gotta follow up with an engineer and then the creative team since we dropped one of our long forms today. So if you guys are watching this video, we dropped a snowboard video today. That's how far back we are and how much time we've been putting in the videos and making sure that they're all incredible, super fun, and hopefully teach you guys something along the way. So we went on a jet ski ride. We got back from breakfast and hit a workout. You guys saw a little bit of that, and now we got to make sure that we're finishing everything here. So I have to meet with the team tonight. Again, it's Saturday because the manufacturing is so close, the funding is so close, the website is so close, the channel is so close to blowing up. I'm gonna make sure I can focus on this stuff and get it all done. I'm in upstate New York right now, like above New York City, right by Canada, and we're going to Canada tomorrow morning. So I want to make sure that I have all this stuff completely done before we go in and visit Canada, because I haven't been there in like 15 years. So I'm really excited to go. But I have to make sure I finish all this stuff, and I will catch you guys tomorrow when we're there. All right, we are going to Canada today, and I'm so excited because I have not been to Canada in literally 15 years probably. So I was a kid last time I was in Canada. I think it's super important to make sure you're also exploring and doing as much as you can while you're not working, or find a way to combine both, which is why entrepreneurship is so fun. But today we're gonna be doing some exploring. There is one of the guys on our team lives right by where we're going, so we're trying to figure out if we can link up with him while we're there. And I'm super excited because if we do, he's one of our main guys, and it's gonna be an insane experience because he's the one who's connected to all the pro sports associations. So we're gonna see. Check it out, we literally have the cars on this boat, and we can just walk around and do whatever we want now. We take a ferry to then get on to go right to Canada then. That first ferry got us to an island. Now that island that we're on, we're getting on an even bigger ferry that you guys saw in the background there to go to the city. But we were just trying to get in line. It wasn't even to catch the actual ferry itself. Because if you look across, that's literally the place that we're trying to go. But there's a lot of rough water sitting in our way still. Like, these waves are no joke. It's also kind of crazy how it went from being an actual rainstorm 5 seconds ago to now being the most absolutely perfect day ever. And we still need to try and find my friend too. He said he was in the city, and he's the one who works with all the professional sports teams and like Olympic athletes, literally everybody. So we gotta make sure to keep our eye out. He shot me a text too and said he was in here, but we're going to find, there's a really like famous dinner place. There's a double-decker bus too, and then we're gonna walk around and try and find my friend, and then honestly just explore the city because I haven't been to Canada in 15 years. That there's not very many shops around here, and it got cold again very fast. It's like really cool sightseeing. There's a ton of buildings and like 62 degrees right now, middle of June. It's kind of cold, but the food was amazing. I guess we can say we explored the city a little bit. And my friend just texted me and said he can't come anyway. But my manufacturers have been blowing me up all day. So let's get back and get back to the grind because it's Sunday night, so we gotta make sure that we get a good start to the week. And I always say, you start the night before. Let's do it. So we're still finalizing the checks. One guy said that he doesn't want to, he thinks it's harder to sign the safe than it is just to meet up in person and hand the check off to myself. So we're going to have to meet this week and play pickleball to do the transaction. We're still waiting from the guys from the other firm as well. So it's just kind of waiting on everything. I'm supposed to have a VC pitch today. It was like a second call, just updates and stuff. But now, I mean, they already told us we're not investing to our Series A. We have to push it back down the line. So I just told them, I was like, look, we can meet second week of July when we have the prototypes ready. Because that's when they're interested in having the conversation anyway. We got other stuff to worry about in the meantime before we even get to that point. Hey, how's it going?
Hi, Jake. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How about you? And we officially just got our safe agreement signed by the 10,000 investor. We're waiting to hear back from the 30,000 investor, and then the meetings for the 250 grand to $500,000 checks are coming soon. We're in a good spot. And what's even crazier is like the $10,000 check that just got signed, sorry, I cut my face shaving, was from the first video of the Lectra file. That pitch was in, I want to say the first week of April is when I started the Lectra file series. So you guys have been seeing everything from literally day to day. You gotta be full time, you have to take the risk, and you have to understand that there's nothing that's gonna stop in your way from reaching your goals for the company and what you wanna do. That's how you find the success in doing it. And it's crazy that we're doing it on a dock right now. We gotta lock in this 30 grand now, so we have 40 grand total. We can finish all the development stuff, and then I will go hit a run, quick workout, right back to it. All right, so we're going to pick up a check right now from one of my investors that you guys actually saw was the first pitch that I gave, a check from that event that I pitched at, which is super cool. But he also invited us to play in a soccer game with him. So I'm taking my brother and we're both going together to play, pick up the check, rock and roll from there. And we literally just got home 10 minutes ago. I didn't even shave or anything, but the game's at 6:30. It was a 6-hour drive to get home, and it's literally like 5:30 right now. So if we leave pretty much right this second, we're gonna get there right at game time. So it's super important that we stay on time. I'm super big on prioritizing time management, making sure that we're ready to go at any time, anywhere. And right now, that's at Spooky Nook in Lancaster, so we need to get there right now. All right, game's finished. What was the final score? What did we win by?
Won by 5.
Dude, I think it was 10-15.
We have 4 goals together combined.
Yeah, between the two of us. Luke and I both literally had 2 goals. So first goal I went bar downski, literally upper 90. My second touch of the game went upper 90. Second one I think was a pass off, and then you had what? You had a nice tap in, and then did you rip one?
I had a nice tap in, and then ripped a breakaway bottom left volley.
The spicy spleechy we call it. But we made sure we officially have 10K, which means we can pay to have the engineering done and keep rocking and rolling. So we're gonna go back now. I have to cash this. We have to bring in and source the rest of the 30K, and then we'll be good to go, ready to rock and roll. And then from there, it's just a lot of getting ready for the rest of the week. So we have to, again, finalize this money tomorrow. I have 2 more pitches again, and it's about making sure that we have the manufacturing sourced correctly and bringing in the rest of the capital to get through the production stuff. And I'm this much closer to being able to pay my own salary so I can move out and go do my own thing too. And this guy might have just got a job too. That was a productive game. It was a lot more wins than just the game itself. And we gotta keep rocking and rolling, get prepped for the week because we got CrossFit early tomorrow. So that means I will catch you guys tomorrow. My arm is starting to hurt holding this camera regardless. Check out this absolute bucket of coffee Starbucks gave me. I'm gonna be awake the whole weekend. This is unbelievable. But I got some more exciting updates I wanna show you guys. So, I should probably watch the video before I show you guys quick. So this is the start of what it looks like. I don't know how well you guys are able to see that, but this is what we have coded in so far for the product. So we have the different settings: recovery, wellness, performance. We have it set up, and then pain intensity score or output intensity score as you use the product. Able to adjust based on the stimulation or tens the person requires for whatever activity they're doing, which is pretty sweet. So I have to go through and make changes and send it back to the guy, and I have our graphic designer working on everything. So that's awesome. I had a call last night, you guys know that, and I didn't film it because it was serious, but serious in a good way. So I called this guy. I'm not gonna lie, I thought that ask for advice and get money, ask for money, get advice thing was such bullshit, but like it might have pulled through for us here. And he was like, pretty much we invest in places that are in St. Louis, so would you be willing to move to St. Louis? When I had asked him if he'd write a support letter for Lectra, and I was like, I mean, if you're looking to invest, yeah, sure. So we got into this whole conversation about regulatory and the product development stuff and use of funds. And then he was like, send me everything you have around the regulatory. And then I have to meet with our regulatory person this weekend, or today, brief her so we can get ready to rock and roll and set this meeting up next week to meet with him and his guy. But in order to do that, we got to have all this stuff aligned and ready to go, so she's ready too. And then we have a follow-up pitch for a firm that already said that they're interested in investing in us, but the follow-up is today. And he was like, I have additional questions. I was like, bet. So that's at 11 o'clock, and then engineering meeting at 6 p.m. tonight, which I don't know if we're going to end up having because I got to log in. So, and there's no major engineering stuff on the internal team side. It's all been dealt with throughout the week. So making sure that we have that done, and then sourcing this 30K is really, really important right now. I gotta shoot him a text right now. All right, so let's do that. Focus on the app updates, and then get a meeting with regulatory. Nail this pitch, and then onward and upward. Oh, there it is.
How about now?
I'm seeing double.
You're seeing double? Oh, crap.
So I spent the last hour and a half getting the regulatory stuff put together, and then I spent some time like designing the app on Figma. But now I have this meeting, which is meeting 2 with this VC fund, who's already expressed significant interest to invest in us. So it's gonna be an amazing conversation. So we gotta figure out and see. All right, had a great conversation with those guys. They see the vision, but they're not the ones who have the decision-making process. So it is what it is. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see what we can do. We gotta finish the app, get it back to the engineers. And then from there, I have to finalize the 30K. Oh, and the reimbursement stuff. I have to get that out today based off the meeting I had last night and the meeting that you guys saw this morning. Those are most important, and we have to get them done right now. We just officially got the 30 grand in the bank, which means we have just enough money to keep the lights on, which means I'm not yet at the salary. Now, if you think this series has been intense at some times, you guys are getting the raw behind the scenes of everything that's going on. As always, like my DMs on other platforms are open. Like I'm here to help you guys. I don't sell things. There's no course, there's no nothing. Everything that I'm doing, I'm either learning as I go or I'm talking about it on the camera. So like you guys are getting everything. And like I know this isn't like a normal type of video or a normal type of series, I guess. Like when you see all these kids who are saying they're killing it in business, they have Lambos and they're flying to Dubai in business class. I mean, I fly Spirit and Frontier. We've raised 100 grand so far, and I don't even take a salary. Like we're just trying to build the product and make it along as we go. Just survive the next day and keep going. So it's like the reason that people give up on their dreams, it stems from the day that they let somebody dictate who they're gonna become. And if you keep writing your own story, who the cares if somebody else is trying to bring their own pen? I'll catch you guys in the next video.